it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The offense lining up for a first down play. Goes to the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Utes are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That's a play the quarterback just has to get his feet set and then step into his throw. That's a big target he's throwing to. He shouldn't miss that pass, but he did because he was throwing off his back leg.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that stings because as a play caller, man, you're trying to force feed the big fella and find ways to get your tight end involved. And you split him out wide to get a matchup, and then you call a play for him, and he drops it right in the hands. I'm just less likely now to go, all right, that's a guy I'm going to feature.
They'll leave it with him. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's hard to say just let that thing hit the ground. Your instincts take over, but he would have been better off to let it fall.
No, you're right. Your inclination is to go catch it when the ball's in the air. But nice job. You're not going to get to the quarterback. You're not going to sack him. What do? Get your hands in the air, try to disrupt the throwing lane, and get a tip.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Utah.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete. The defense holds.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
The give to the left side. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He makes the connection, and he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. You would have really hoped that you would have gotten that extra yard on 3rd down, but now on 4th, and maybe you still have to go for it.
And it's interesting. 3rd and 1, you throw the football. The more physical team usually wins. Do you feel confident enough to run the football early in the game, in your own territory? Can you go get 1 yard with the running game? I'm always the guy that's going to roll the dice and go for it.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Gonna run it. It's Luna. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He was wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Complete out of the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Return goes out of bounds.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading. Exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turn.
Give to the fullback. Bulls his way forward. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 18 over Memphis. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your play.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Utes!
And that play happens because they blitz, they get pressure, make the QB feel uncomfortable. He throws the ball up, and you make a play on the football, and you take that thing back to the house. Nice pass rush, nice pressure, and nice job turning defense into offense.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. It'll be a draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. On the run, still looking. That's caught. It's Fry. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Ohio State, number 25, with the grab and the score.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Safe completion on the screen. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Kemp. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Utes moving quickly to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Kemp. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Utes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments. Yeah,
you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to?
Looking deep. He hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Toss sweep to the right. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. Getting a sack right away on the opening play of the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Handoff to the lone back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Now adjusting. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. And he's running in the open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Utah! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's awesome. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Reels it in down the left side. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
And guys, the defense's head might be spinning a little bit after giving up that huge gain on the first play. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
On the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 34. Second down coming up.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Unloads quickly. Showing off the arm. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up second down.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Utes.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The run to the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Utah 24, Ohio State 21.
Trying to pick up a first down. They want to throw it. They've got the screen set up. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You got to give credit to the play calling, the screen pass on third down. I'm just trying to go feast on quarterbacks. I'm trying to get upfield, pad my stats, get some more sacks. They fly upfield, and they say, okay, you go here, we'll throw it right over your head, get the first down.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Snap from the gun on third down. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. The 10. Touchdown, Utah. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Fielded in the end zone, it's awesome. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive.
Going to take a shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Got the first down, looking for more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Quarterback checking the play. The option look. Just buried it. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
How about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
It's now second and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 36 over Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
He's back to throw on second down. Makes the grab down the left side. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Utes send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Get it out on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with a big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
And he knocks it through to put him up by 1, and now the D will try to hang on. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The receiver's telling the quarterback what they see. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run the option. Quick toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And that is another first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Luna. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to fire on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down after the incompletion. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. They move the tight end all over. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Utes! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
When you dream of these scenarios, you never think the touchdown comes with 28 seconds left. It's always 3, 2, 1, horn, gun, ball game, and they got it done.
And that is heartbreaking for the defense as well, guys. They needed one stop. One big stop at a critical juncture of the game, and I know for them moving forward, that's a play they're not going to soon forget.
No, in ways I could have executed a little bit better, but the offense ain't feeling that way. They're feeling really good about putting that drive together when it mattered most and getting the ball in the end zone.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.